G'day and welcome to Wine Week. I'm Danny.
And I'm Brad.
And it's an early Wine Week this week.
Certainly is. Well, it's a long weekend. It's the Easter weekend, and thought we'd get the video out there to give you some tips over the long break to enjoy.
Yeah, lots of people will be gathering with family, so one thing that you might want to do is have some wine.
That's right. And one thing you might want to do is have some good value wine. And this one is one of those reliable ones. We've come to love and know some of the Taylor's, their regular label stuff, whether it be their Shiraz, their Cabernet, a few of their others. Their Riesling's also very good. This particular one we're having a look at here is the Shiraz, and it's a really good example of Clare Valley Shiraz, which, look, we know there are some fantastic Shiraz producers in the Clare Valley. Winery are based there with their really old vines, but Taylor's here have produced a wine year in, year out that comes in, recommended retail just under $20, but it is one of those ones that you look out for it around the traps and it does get discounted pretty regularly. You can often pick it up for around $15 a bottle, but it's a nice juicy Shiraz, really designed to drink now, but will also reward a bit of time in the cellar. It has got some nice tannic structure there that we'll see it live for a few years and really round out quite nicely. So it's the Taylor's Shiraz, really worth a look for the dollars.
Yeah, they do make absolutely brilliant quality wine at bargain prices, so have a look for that one. Now, something that's not quite bargain territory is the Wittmann Riesling. Now, this is something that we had a look at our tasting event recently and really impressed. Now, normally we talk about Rieslings and rave about how great value they are in Australia because, I guess the general public just looks at them and thinks, no, I'm going to have a Sauv Blanc or I'll have a Chardonnay. Don't worry about this Riesling stuff. Do worry about this Riesling stuff. It's ripping. And this is a gorgeous version of it. You'll see at the bottom of the label there it says trocken. Now, trocken is the German for dry, and that should tell you exactly what this is. There are a lot of German Rieslings out there made in the sweeter style. This is very much in the Australian sort of vibe of Rieslings, that lovely dry thing. But this walks the thin line perfectly between dry and fruit. Now, obviously there's a lot of acid in a lot of Rieslings, sometimes too much for the average punter. This doesn't do that. It kind of melds, having enough acid and enough fruit right down that line so beautifully that this really did absolutely shine at the tasting. So many people just lifted up the glass of that and went, yep, that's me all over, including me, because I hadn't had this before. $35 odd, not super cheap, and obviously being a European wine, you won't find it at absolutely every store. If you do see it, grab hold of it because it's a ripper.
Yeah, look, it was remarkable in the consistency as to how many people really enjoyed it at the tasting. It was person after person, what was that? And then they looked at it, it's German Riesling, so there you go.
Yeah, go.
Now, another one that we had a look at the tasting, and this was one that stood out to me because I hadn't tried it before this particular day, and this is the Mount Macleod Pinot. Now, this is another one of those ones that really shone for me because of its value for money. Because we've been talking over a number of years about Pinots and how we've noticed a trend in the last couple of years from producers putting out some Pinots that are fantastic value at around the 20, early 20, low 20 mark, which this one fits in quite nicely. Recommended retail in the low 20s. From the Gippsland region, now those Pinot lovers will know that one of Australia's arguably best Pinots comes from down that way, and that's the Bass Phillip. But let's be honest, Bass Phillip, their top-end Pinot, is not particularly affordable if you want to drink one on a regular basis. Comes in well over the $100 mark. But this one, pick up for low 20s, and this is true varietal Pinot. It is lovely sort of strawberry notes, but it's also got some fleshy characters on the palate as well to really fill it out. But a really lovely drop. So at a tad over $20, you really can't go wrong with the Mount Macleod.
Yes, hearing stories that there's a couple of other producers of good value Pinots looking down that area in Victoria as well. Must be a good spot to really start getting into it. Anyhow, that's it. Have a great Easter break, everyone, and we'll see you again next week.
We'll see you next week.